Hey everyone, welcome to Biz Bounty Hunters. My name is Taylor Postel, and this is my channel. All these videos you're going to see are from my cold email masterclass for business acquisitions that I previously had on a school community, so the formatting might be a little different. Some things might show up like that, but no need to worry. I've moved everything for free here on YouTube, so everyone can watch through this whole class. It'll be divided up into the playlist, so you can follow along step by step everything that we previously had in our school community. But without further ado, please like and subscribe, and let's hop into the content. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Biz Bounty Hunter school course. Today we're going to be talking about your cold email setup. So today, here's what we're going to cover: domains, and specifically what you need to do to get everything set up and the specifics. Email inbox types. This includes Gmail and 365. DNS settings. This also covers SPF, DKIM, all the things we're going to walk through in the next presentation step by step, but just want to go over everything so you have an idea first. And then finally, email warming. Don't forget, sign up for the newsletter for exclusive news and updates on the community. Link is below in the caption. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and X at Biz Bounty Hunter. Share the course. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. Warning: this is the most important video of the entire course. Watch the entire video. Don't skip, don't fast forward. If you do need to speed things up, just watch the video at 2x speed. So first, let's talk about domains. First and foremost, you're going to want to purchase a domain. I recommend GoDaddy as it's the most trusted provider and very easy to use, including all the settings we're going to dive into. Namecheap and a few others work as well, but in my opinion, might be a few dollars more for GoDaddy, but it is the most trusted provider and just gives you that little bit more for deliverability that I think is important. But you can go a different route, but I will not be doing any walkthroughs for any other providers. You're going to want to have 2 domains minimum. So I would actually recommend more, but if you're doing low volume, very targeted approach and don't expect to send too many emails, 2 domains is the minimum. And these are not related to your primary domain, so there'll be some sort of variation that can be used that if they do get burned, you're not burning your primary domain. Next, you're going to want to have 3 inboxes per domain max. So that could be, for me, it's Taylor at bizbountyhunter.com, then tpostel at bizbountyhunter.com, etc. So those are just the users within that domain, and you don't want to send more than 40 emails per day per inbox. And even that's on the high end, especially for what we're going to be doing and how targeted it is. So once again, I'm sticking to 10 to 20 at most, and 40 would be the absolute max, but I like to stay a little below that. Domain age, this is a key factor. So you want to have the older the domain, the better. So once we get through this presentation, I would recommend purchasing domains as quickly as possible. You want to sit on them. Like if you're not going to use all of them at once, don't worry about it. You're going to need more in the future if things do go south. And in the next module, we are going to be doing step by step exactly what you need to do. Email inbox types. So there are a bunch of different providers. I am going to recommend you 2. So Google Workspace, it's the largest email provider in the USA for businesses specifically, and you can use your picture as well. So if someone else has a Workspace account, Google Workspace, they will see your picture. So this helps provide credibility. It doesn't show up if you're sending to a 365 account, but like I said, the large majority of businesses do use G Suite. So your picture will show up, and this helps with your credibility when sending emails. Microsoft 365, they're the second largest email provider for businesses. It can be slightly more affordable if you buy them through GoDaddy when buying a domain, which I'll show you how to do. I like to have both, and you can get a little more advanced and send both Gmail and 365 emails directly to each other, so that it's more like handshake. So in a campaign, I'll have maybe only 365 emails or G Suite accounts. So then it's direct 365 to 365 and G Suite to G Suite. So that just is a little bit extra, more of a handshake credential that can help with deliverability. Private servers, if you look up cold email accounts online, you will see these. Don't ever use them because they create a brand new server, generally hosted on Amazon Web Services, and that server is brand new and fresh and has no reputation or credibility, age, or anything when sending, and the servers will check that. So if you're sending to a 365 account for a business, it will see that you have a brand new email server, and you're much more likely to get caught in spam. So do not use a private server. We're not scaling to 10,000 emails a day, so it's not going to be a big deal to pay a few more bucks per account when we're at the smaller scale that we are. Email warming. This is an important tactic that helps get your email inbox warmed up so you can send emails. So what it is, it uses pools of emails to send back and forth to create credibility for new inboxes. Some services are better than others. I'm going to recommend you a few. Timing of this, I would recommend 2 weeks minimum of warming once you set up those inboxes. You don't want to have a fresh account and start sending 40 emails a day. It's not going to work out well. 30 days is preferred. I know some of you may want to be on a faster track than 30 days, so 2 weeks absolute minimum. And if you do go the 2-week route, start sending very slowly, 5 emails a day, 10 at the absolute most. A few different providers. I prefer Woodpecker, especially for what we're going to show you here. It's built into your sending tool, so they give you 2 free inbox warm-ups. Obviously, we're going to have more than that, but it's a great way to get started. It's integrated and easy to use. You can pay for more, and it's relatively affordable. So does it work? Online, you'll read different things. Large majority do say it does work, but I've had good results with it. I haven't had any issues. Some people online say email warming can be traced by big email providers, and it's not something you want to do. Like I said, I've had good success with it. I would recommend it, but if you do want to avoid it, then I would just start sending emails very, very slowly. So here's a brief walkthrough of what we're going to be going through in the next module of the step-by-step, just so you have a good overview. So we're going to walk through the domain purchase, like I said, through GoDaddy. You're going to want to wait 48 hours just for everything to settle, all the settings to get in place. Don't want to rush ahead and start sending warm-up emails immediately. We need to get those settings set up properly before you send any warm-ups, or else it's not going to work as well for deliverability. Next, we're going to do the inbox creation. Like I said, I recommend starting with Google Workspace, but we'll also do an example of Office 365 as well. So if you'd like to do both, go right ahead. But if you're going to do one, I would recommend Google Workspace. Next, we're going to have to do the DNS settings. This is paramount with your deliverability. This includes SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, and you want to do them in that exact order. So the SPF first, then DKIM, and then DMARC. I would, like I said, there's timing, that 48 hours mentioned above. I would probably buy your domain, wait 24 hours, just let everything settle, and then the next day, do these 3 settings, and then the next day you can set up your inboxes, start to get everything warming, just to make sure everything is set and fully validated through all the servers. It does take time. Usually it could be 5 minutes, but you never know, and a good 24-hour window for both. Wait for the email, the domain to get set, do your settings the next day, and then the next day start warming up. So after that, once you've done your settings, bought your Gmail account, then you're going to connect it to Woodpecker. I also use Instantly, but for beginners, I like to recommend Woodpecker, but we will be walking through both to give you a choice. And then a custom tracking domain. You can set this up individually through your email sending tool, so we'll do it through Woodpecker. It's a unique tracking ID that's used for detecting open rates, and it's best for deliverability if you have the same one across the board. And when people hover over your email, the code, it will show your URL instead of a generic. If you don't do a custom tracking domain, it'll have Woodpecker instantly. This just helps with deliverability for using that one tracking domain across all your inboxes. Here's a quick summary of what we went over. First, we're going to start with the domains. Remember, GoDaddy is your best bet for deliverability, and to wait 48 hours before starting any warming and that 24-hour period to implement those settings. Those email inbox types, we talked about Google being number one, especially having that picture. You can add for some credibility, and Microsoft 365 being second. If you want to have both of these, you're going to be completely covered for anything you're going to need for cold email. And for more advanced users, I would recommend getting both. And if you're going to pick one, Google's the way to go. Next, the DNS setup. That's very crucial. Once we get those domains, wait 24 hours after purchasing to implement the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records. Even if you want to buy 10, domains, however many you want to keep in the quiver as things potentially get burned, you don't need to set up the settings on those immediately, but for that domain age, if you want to buy more in the beginning, that's the best strategy possible. Next, we're going to warm up those inboxes. We need to wait 2 weeks before we start sending after warming up at an absolute minimum. With 2 weeks, like I said, 5 emails a day. Wait for another 2 weeks per inbox, and then you could scale to 10. Even at 10, if you have enough inboxes running, that is plenty of emails, and most people will burn through their data more quickly than they can handle it. And lastly, a month is best practice. Or, as some have said, email warming does not do anything. I disagree. I've had good success with email warm up. So now on the next module, we're going to walk you through step by step on A to Z. So purchasing that domain, then getting the Gmail route, setting all those settings, then doing the Office 365 route, how to set everything up, using Woodpecker, how to set all that up and warming, and then also we're going to do an instantly setup, which is the other sending tool. So we're going to do from start to finish. I'm going to walk you through everything. And remember, even with those videos, they're going to be in quick succession, but you need to remember those timelines after 24 hours after purchasing the domain, and then that 48-hour window for warming everything up. So don't rush that. We're going to walk you through everything. Don't forget, the testimonial link is below. We're giving out special prizes for people who leave testimonials, like one-on-one calls and things like that. Get your hands dirty and take action. Hope you guys enjoyed that content. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Peace.